This is what I get speaking ill of the dead. I lamented swimming, and now my scuba training pool is closed for the season, as I predicted in a previous vlog. Do you know what you have? I was actually shocked when the pool closed, because in a normal season we'll have plenty of notice about the impending closure time. In that way we can plan. For example, I could have doubled my training output to fit that shit in, but this closed before a warning came. So now I'm just gonna have to respond. I'm just gonna have to get back to basics. The basics are dance basics, again, but with a twist. I'm gonna try something a little newer, although it's something that I've talked about in bits and pieces from before. I'm choreographing a dance live now that I just decided on last night. Last night, I decided that I'd choreograph to a new dance being Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars. I'm revealing the song this week because I'm going to actually choreograph live, continuing on last night's session. Last night's session, all I did was decide on the dance and run through the lyrics once in my head, allowing whatever to free flow out of me. I'm going to do roughly the same thing today, except I'm going to read off the lyrics. Maybe me reading the lyrics out loud is going to help with my creative process. So I'm going to read out a line and then dance to that line. I'm going to read out and dance a move, and that'll be that. These are going to be rough ideas. These are just meant to be rough creative ideas instead of anything more than just that. But with the situation that I've been in, I mostly have about 80% of the dance be real. Okay, 80% of the dance is either the moves that make it into the final dance or the moves inspire final dances. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start. What I'll do is I'll actually read out all the lyrics one time full through so we know what we're dealing with here. Said baby, said baby, said baby. What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? Well, you got plans. You got plans. Don't say that. Shut your trap. I'm sipping wine, sip sip, in a robe, drip drip. I look too good to be alone. Woo woo. My house clean, my pool warm, just shaved, smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing, in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. I'ma leave the door hoping that you feel the way I feel, and I want you want me like I want you tonight, baby. Tell me that you're coming through. Okay. Then that helps me because I've only heard the song. I've never actually read the lyrics. Reading the lyrics clarifies a lot of things for a choreographer. First, you know what the motherfucker's actually saying. That helps you with dance concepts. I'm very much what I call a concept dancer. Every move essentially mimes out the lyrics literally in a way that makes sense to me. So yes, I have that style, but I also hope that it's in a creative way. Yes, I'm miming out actions, but I think I'm creative while doing it. So let's just sing and dance and choreograph live. I think right now I'm gonna go with what I've already done because I liked it, but I've never actually captured it on camera. So maybe when I observe myself on camera, I'll change my mind. Okay. Said baby, I'm gonna leave that alone for a bit. I'm gonna start with the meat of the song. Okay. Gonna have to dance. I have my training pool suit on underneath as a tribute to the dead pool. Okay, so what you doing? I feel something more like this. What you doing? What you doing? The hand, I feel more comfortable than the body. What you doing? But for some reason, when I move my hand this way, my body has a tendency to want to sway. So I'll let it sway for now. But I definitely like the hand movement better than the sway movement. What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? I want to incorporate my watch. Where you at? Where you at? So cool. I'm doing that. Okay. Well, you got plans, so I'll point somewhere out there. You got plans out in the big wide world. You got plans. Don't say that, shut your trap. Okay. This is the favorite concept I came up with yesterday. Again, everything I came up with yesterday was confined to about half an hour-ish or so of just me remembering the lyrics and miming out whatever actions go along with it. I'll call that pre-choreography, just feeling the song. Today is actual choreography, where I'm still free-flowing, but with the intention of laying down some solid choreography. So the concept today that I like the most is, you got plans, don't say that, shut your trap. So, you got plans, don't say that, shut your trap. Something like that. That incorporates my first tutting pass of the dance. Yes, I am still a fan of tutting. I'd argue maybe tutting is just as much a love as breakdancing. But anyways, it's very hard to breakdance on the hard concrete floor like this. I know real legit b-boys and b-girls do it all the time, but I'm just legit instead of real legit. Besides, I only came ready to do the stand-up portion because this platform covers a lot of my foot movement. In that case, it's just basically a transition vlog to help me solidify some moves in the pool training environment. I might have to move back to balcony. We'll feel it out. Okay. So my favorite concept is, again, oh, you got plans, don't say that, shut your trap. Oh, you got plans, don't say that, shut your trap. I like it. I like it. It incorporates the tutting, the 90 degrees, the you think you got plans. Don't say that, shut your trap. Am I gonna actually vlog into a dead cell phone? That sucks. Let's see here. Maybe if I'm lucky, the phone will last. We'll have to observe. I have a feeling, though, it's gonna die to dirty dead. In any case, that's my favorite concept so far. I'm sipping wine, sip, sip, in a robe, drip, drip. Okay. I never knew those were the words yesterday, so I'm gonna have to come up with my first live free-flowing ideas. The previous ideas I have had since yesterday, and I even actioned them out yesterday during pre-choreography. But now we're thinking of new ideas because these are new lyrics. I've heard them, but I never knew what they were. I'm sipping wine, sip, sip. I mean, here's the thing. I did this with my hands already. I could tie something back thematically, or I could come up with something completely different. To be honest, I think this move I might have picked up from another choreography of the same dance, i.e. people do their own choreographies to this or Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars. These are professional choreographers, but in my opinion, I like to avoid if I remember and recall that someone else has done it. I'm just thinking right now I might have. So this I might have to replace. And then Sip and Wine could be similar. Or you go like this, or you go like this. How do you sip wine? Sipping wine, I'm thinking the British Pinky, except with wine. Maybe more like that. Then I'll have to research. This will be my first research portion, where how to sip wine. Then I would watch a video or an action sequence described of how people sip wine. So yes, actually choreographing a dance is a multi-disciplinary approach. This is how I do it, at least. How to sip wine. Here's my Google search. How to sip wine. Does this help me at all? I mean, now we've got a pouring glass. The basic technique for sipping wine involves letting the wine sit in your mouth for a moment. The basic technique for sipping wine involves letting the wine sit in your mouth for a moment. This gives me very little context. Okay, I think maybe the better thing would be to search this up on YouTube. Sometimes I start with a word or verbal description to establish some context, to establish base creativity without research, if I have anything. But nothing's coming to mind immediately, so I'm going to research this concept. How does one sip wine? How to sip wine. Am I going to be able to last for the full half hour? I highly doubt it. I'm probably going to have to cut it off and maybe continue after charging. I'll think about it. But I'm running low on juice, so this might have to be a 20-minute-er instead of a 30-minute-er. Okay, so I'll just do the most recent, maybe? Okay. I'll just do the shortest, since we're running low on time.
Cheers, everyone. I'm John, coming from downtown Brasserie here in Huntington, West Virginia. I just want to take this opportunity to share with you what our next wine tasting is going to be. We're actually going to be featuring the wines of Jeff Runquist from Amador County in California. We've had his 1448 blend on our menu for several years.
I guess you could pour a wine.
He's absolutely one of our favorite winemakers.
Okay. Some context is due. I'm straight edge, which means I've only ever really dabbled in the alcoholic arts one time in my life. I dabbled at times leading up to this, but this one time stopped me. I drank myself drunk in Las Vegas, but I did so with the intention of getting drunk just to know what it feels like. I'd warned the girlfriends that I was with that if any motherfucking thing happens to me, you're on the hook. They agreed to this, but they were smart. They just told us, we're gonna stay in our hotel room then, in that case. Then, nothing can happen to you, and can just drink your silly ass off. So I did. I drank an entire Absolute vodka straight. This is the medium-sized one. Bigger than just one self-serve bottle, but smaller than the big multi-party size. There's a middle volume. So that's it. After that, I've been done That means I've been done for over a decade. More. When did that incident happen? That incident happened the year my life imploded. In 2009. The year many people's lives imploded. So, that's a decade's worth before. Do I want to mime out me being drunk? This song is more about getting drunk enough to then have fun, I think. That's a different level of drunk. Mine was blackout drunk. That's like college bullshit. For context, I'd never gone through the college experience in that sense. For those things, just like sex and drugs, other people have always seemed to enjoy it into oblivion. I'm just on the outside thinking, okay, I enjoy other things, but I'll give this what we call the good old college try. Because maybe they know something. In this case, they know nothing. So, this is where I've run that concept into the ground. I've done what I can immediately do. I'm gonna have to let the concept of wine sit out in a barrel. Is that how wine is made? I've been to a winery before. What do? They age it. So I've got to age this idea. That's all I have for now. On the wine, at least. How much time does my thing have? Okay, I'm gonna go for 20 minutes today because that's all I can afford on this camera. This is what happens when you're back in the saddle but you're falling off of it. Okay, throw down one more lyric. I look too good to be alone. Oh, in a robe drip drip. In a robe. In a robe drip drip. In a robe drip drip. What's coming? What's coming in a robe drip drip? I think with all the impending doom of my camera running out of batteries, my creativity has gone. If I had a fully charged phone, if I had planned this like people should plan vlogs, I would have been fine. Okay, here's the thing. This is my style. It is what it is. That's how we know, because regularly on my vlog, things like phones running out of batteries, birds chirping in the background, all manners of different noise pollution happen. So it is what it is. Yes, I now know that on my phone, I'll only have about a 20-minute vlog. But I still have a minute and a half. Okay, I look too good to be alone. You know what? Let's cut straight to the chorus. Here's what I had from yesterday, and I like it. Okay? I'm doing a lot of threading, so I'm gonna leave the door open. That's something I like. Okay? I'm gonna leave the door open, girl. Something like that. Except, I think my hands have to be tuttier. Okay? That's one thing I've mentioned hating about myself and others. Tutting is about 90 degrees. Now, this tut is much harder to maintain than this tut. That's just the way the anatomy of the hand and wrist work. So, let's try that again. I'ma leave the door open, girl. Something, something, something. There we go. Better wrist this time. I like that part. So, at least now, in my vlog, I've captured everything I did since last night with nothing new. So maybe I'll continue tomorrow or later today with more. But that's it. Camera's running out of batteries.